Today's video. So, it was reported that Robinhood is currently testing out a beta version of their wallets. A beta version of its iPhone app showed the company's work on this as well. There was also a hidden image showing a waitlist page for users signing up for a crypto wallet feature. The company's retail shareholders have long waited for a crypto wallet. A day before it announced its first quarterly results last month, the top question on Say, a platform that lets companies crowdsource questions from retail investors, was whether it was getting such a wallet or not. So it looks like Robinhood is finally listening to Doge holders. And it has to do this because Doge is in a slump and it's clearly over-reliant on Dogecoin's success. For Dogecoin, earlier this month, it said it would roll out crypto recurring investments, allowing users to buy digital coins commission-free and with as little as $1 on a schedule of their choice. $1 because this small amount will most likely bring in more money into Dogecoin. Talking about its over-reliance, Robinhood said in its IPO prospectus that Dogecoin made up 34% of its crypto transaction-based revenue for the first quarter of 2021. And then in another notice, Robinhood said that its second quarter earnings could be affected as Dogecoin's trading volume is declining. So, in a nutshell, Robinhood is trying to help Dogecoin to help itself. And this is pretty great for every holder out there. When these wallets come out, we could expect them to be the biggest catalyst for Dogecoin's growth this year. Also, Vlad Tenev, its CEO, recently hinted in a tweet that the wallets are coming out in Dogecoin's aid. You can see how he wrote this tweet in Dogecoin's meme language. All of this suggests that we can finally use the fully functional wallets by September end. Now, let's talk about how Dogecoin is doing right now. Currently, it's trading 21 cents. Since it's back above the 21 cents level, things are looking good for it because 20.6 cents acted a very important resistance to break. So I think the Robinhood news definitely helped. Now, let's talk a bit more about why Dogecoin isn't able to rise above 21.5 cents, which is its next resistance level. Some of the biggest tech companies continue to see their shares plunge in Hong Kong amid the Evergrande crisis today. Alibaba Group's shares are trading 2.1% lower at HKD. Baidu's are down and JD.com shares are down too. Basically, this Evergrande scandal, if you want to call it, has had a pretty big impact around the world. Let's try to understand why it affected cryptos so strongly. It says here that the Evergrande connection makes the fall appear to be more predictable. The Chinese real estate giant was recently banned from the US in lieu of its $2 trillion debt. Now, a lot of people thought that Tether is somehow connected to it, but according to the official statement, it's not. It says here that Tether just clarified that it does not hold Evergrande commercial votes. Now, people are comparing this crash with the 2008 stock market and housing crash because of the similar growth of the subprime mortgage market beginning in 1999. Also, the 2008 crash was speculated to be the reason behind the invention of Bitcoin. Now the good part is that Tether has clarified that it doesn't hold any of Evergrande's commercial votes, so I think we could see the market stabilize quickly from here. If we take a look at the correlation between Doge and Bitcoin prices, it's risen again today. It now stands at 0.86, which is the highest it's been in almost a month. And this is bullish for Doge because a lot of data for Bitcoin suggests that it's going to recover from here, and it'll then take Doge up with it too. It says here that crypto assets held by institutional managers rose for a fifth consecutive week, a sign that market participants had once again flipped bullish on Bitcoin and other leading altcoins. Investment flows into crypto products totaled $42 million in the week ending on September 19, with Bitcoin funds seeing inflows of $15 million. That's only the third time in 16 weeks that Bitcoin investment products saw positive inflows. So it looks like institutions are turning bullish even despite the dip. Now, the key levels to watch for Bitcoin are between 42K and 44K and a lower zone of support at 38K. Also, Bitcoin's price action over the weekend gave a warning ahead of September 20's pullback as it formed an overbought bearish divergence with its relative strength index declining. Now that the market has flipped back to oversold, we can now look for another bullish divergence to form as a signal that it is safe to re-enter the market. Now, let's talk about some great news for Doge and crypto adoption. Todo's Medical confirmed it would accept Dogecoin from its customers buying its dietary supplement products authorized for sale in the USA. And then there's Bongacams. When it came to offering payment options that customers wanted, Bongacam said it couldn't ignore all that Dogecoin had to offer in terms of fast and anonymous payment options for customers. If you don't know, Bongacams is an adult website based in the Netherlands, and it looks like it's a quite popular one too. The next company to adopt Dogecoin is Banxa Holdings. It is perhaps the fastest growing public service provider for the digital assets industry out there. It revealed that there's a bunch of new product upgrades that can help customers and partners access digital assets in a more efficient and simple way. The firm added 17 new coins during the month of August, and these include Dogecoin, Engine Coin, Avalanche, Compound, and Polygon. Talking about adoption, some great news came out for Bitcoin as well. Brazil's biggest investment bank, BTG Pactual, is launching direct Bitcoin and Ethereum buying and selling through a new platform called Mint. It's a pretty big deal because BTG Pactual provides wealth management, corporate lending, and asset management and has about $2 billion in revenue a year and $72 billion in assets under management. Its CEO said that we will make available Bitcoin and Ethereum trading to meet the demand from our customers who wish to invest in cryptos. As a new asset class, we will also have content to educate and inform our customers about these assets and the technology. So, because of this, we could see a lot of institutions enter into Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this is good for Doge because of its correlation with both ETH and Bitcoin. As you can see here, Doge has a higher correlation with ETH than it has with Bitcoin. This data is for the last 90 days. As I just showed you, for the last 30 days, the correlation stands at more than 0.8 for Bitcoin. So this implies that Doge currently has a very strong correlation with Ethereum too. So let's take a look at how Ethereum is doing too. The latest data from Etherscan shows that holders have significantly increased the deposit under the staking contract of Ethereum 2.0 in the last few days. The contract now has over 7.7 million ETH, worth approximately $25 billion. In August 2021, the overall value of the deposit contract crossed $20 billion for the first time in history. So, during the last 5 weeks, the community has staked more than 1.2 million Ethereum under the deposit contract of its network upgrade. Also, according to Lark Davis, Ethereum breaking above 10,000 is inevitable and only a matter of time. Lark starts out his analysis by pointing to the depleting supply of Ethereum. More specifically, the exchange supply of Ethereum being low such that there isn't a lot of ETH waiting to be sold as the price goes higher. This is evident in the recent volume of ETH being withdrawn from exchanges. Recently, Ethereum saw record volumes being taken out of exchanges. 1.2 billion worth of ETH had been withdrawn from centralized exchanges last week in just 24 hours. He also points out that the decline in the available supply of Ethereum is leading to a supply-side crisis. Bulls have accumulated some of their biggest bags so far and will most likely not be dumping their bags soon. More often than not, waiting for the price of the asset they invested to 5 or 10x before they think about dumping their bags. So this long-term holding is creating a supply shock for Ethereum. Also, with over 300k ETH already burned in just 6 weeks after the upgrade, amounting to over $1.1 billion, Lark sees about 1 million ETH being burned by the end of the year. This is adding to the supply shock currently expected to come. And finally, he points out that the big money is starting to notice Ethereum. An example of this is Cathie Wood revealing her firm, ARK Invest, has gained more confidence in the asset. She explained that they would split their crypto bags into 40% ETH and 60% Bitcoin. This interest from institutional investors will be the driving factor for Ethereum towards 10K. The point is that because of all this and a high correlation with Ethereum, the future doesn't look that bad for Dogecoin. And this is it for today's video. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and sharing.